Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Terry Hansen here. Today, I want to share with you a couple of thoughts to consider if you happen to be an extrovert. And if you happen to be an extrovert that sells for a living, then I want to share with you 4 things that you and I'm a dyed-in-the-wool extrovert, 4 things that you and I as extroverts need to be aware of and actually avoid doing when we are selling any of our products and services to existing customers or potential and potentially new customers. So let me tell you a quick story. So one of the clients that I'm working with right now, I got a phone call from the sales manager, and knowing that this training Monday morning is coming up, I said, "Hey, my friend, tell me what what kind of areas you want to focus on for your sales team." And he's like, "Terry, I'm so frustrated and concerned that that some of my salespeople, as I've been sitting with them and listening to them sell, they just talk too much. They're not listening enough. They're not asking the right kinds of questions. They will just spend too much time talking and not enough time, selling or consulting." And we talked a little bit about what some of the underlying root causes of the problem are and what was causing the salespeople to potentially just talk too much. And as we kind of walked through, some ideas came into light. And so during the training this morning, we brought this whole topic up, and I asked a couple of questions to the sales team. And what came out of their mouth was really insightful. What ended up coming out was 4 really issues and problems why they get distracted during the sales process. Now, ultimately, when we're selling, we want our process to kind of be this nice straight line process going from A to Z, right? Beginning to end, walking through our existing customers or our potential customers through just a simple process that they can go through to buy more of our products and services, or just to buy our products and services for the first time. But what ends up happening with us extroverts is sometimes we run into things that distract us. We run into things that stick us into the weeds. Hey, good morning, Allison. Good to be with you. Yes, that is snow. I live in Idaho, and we've got a lot of snow here. So yes, good to be with you. She asked the question, is that snow in the background? Yes, it is. That's what happens in February in Idaho. So, but yeah, when salespeople are selling, sometimes we get distracted with various things that pop up, and there's really 4 distractions that we get derailed by and gets us off into the weeds and keeps us from closing as many sales as we would like to. The first is when we skip steps. Oftentimes when we meet with existing customers, we've already got an existing relationship with them, and things are good there with the relationship, but we hear a customer making some comments about things that they need or potentially interested in, and we start drawing some assumptions. We've already gone through the sales process with them. We don't have to qualify. We don't have to diagnose problems. We don't have to find out their budget. It's okay for us to skip steps. However, unfortunately, when we skip steps, oftentimes we get derailed. The deals don't close, and we try, but things just don't work out the way that we would like them to be. So as a result, one of the ways that we inadvertently get ourselves distracted and into the weeds and sabotage ourselves is when we skip our own sales steps and sales processes. So let's avoid that. So that's mistake number 1 that us extroverts sometimes will do to sabotage ourselves during the sales process. Number 2, sometimes we also have a tendency to, when an existing customer will identify some things that they need or want, sometimes those things that they need or want fall outside of our core competencies, outside of our core scope of what us and our company are really good at. Now, because of our desire to please, because of our desire to create some value and make a difference for our customers, we sometimes will try to sell them or do a bunch of research on things that are outside of our core skill set. We don't stay in our lane. We don't stay in that middle of the road sweet spot where our companies are the strongest and best. And so we've got to be very careful. Now, I'm a huge fan of outside of the box thinking. You and I as sales professionals, we've got to think outside of the box for our customers. We've got to do a good job there. But not to the exclusion or not to the detriment of our time, our customers' time, or our company's profitability. So here's the rule of thumb. Please focus on anything that your customers need, even if it's not your core competency, as long as it's approved by your company leadership. So if you go to your sales manager and say, hey, company A, customer A is talking about or needs this thing. I know it's not like a core thing that we do, but I think we could help them do it. If your sales manager says, yeah, that makes sense, let's focus on that, then green light, go for it. But if your sales manager says, we've tried that in the past and we've always gotten beat up on it, and it hasn't turned out good, and tells you some stories, then guess what? Avoid it. Cut the conversation. There's plenty of fish in the ocean. You can upsell and cross-sell plenty of other stuff. Don't get greedy, don't get desperate, and just move on. Get off that topic, but then just refer them to somebody else in your community or another company. You'll still get credit. You'll still get seen as the expert and as a credible source. So just refer them to somebody else. So that's number 2. Number three and number 4 are kind of the same. They have the same symptoms and the same remedies. But the first one is sometimes us extroverts who are really smart in our industries and really smart with our products and services, sometimes we over-educate. We put our teacher hat on and we try to teach our clients too much about too much. And I really feel like product knowledge and product education for our customers is like salt. A little bit is wonderful. Too much destroys. There is a time and place for us to educate and teach our existing customers and even our potential customers about things in our industry or products and services that they need to know. Education is a good thing. Teaching our clients what they need to know is a powerful thing. It helps reshape and shift their perspective from where it was to where it needs to be to help them see their world differently. And that's powerful. That's vital stuff. But again, like salt, a little bit, perfect. Too much, disastrous. So one of the ways that you and I, that we can get off into tangents, we can get off into weeds in our sales conversations, that we can get distracted and ultimately sabotage ourselves, is with too much product education to our existing or potential customers. Number four thing is sometimes us extroverts, we recharge our mental and emotional batteries through socializing. And sometimes we can get too buddy-buddy. We can chit-chat and socialize too much with our existing or potential customers, and that can run us into problems. So again, like table salt, a little bit goes a long ways, and it's appreciated and it's wonderful. Too much can ruin things. We are not in sales to meet our mental and emotional needs. We're in sales to serve our clients and to generate revenue for our companies and to leverage our own skill sets. But if we are in sales and if we're socializing and buddying with our customers too much and talking about politics and sports and vacation and hobbies and jokes, and if we're spending too much time on that, then it's clear that we are selling for the wrong reason. We don't sell to try to make friends, and we don't make friends to try to make sales. Friendship is not a function of good selling. Relationship selling, statistically, is not, it has proven not to be the most effective way to sell in many industries. Now, I'm not saying that it's the wrong way to sell in some industries. It can be, but by and large, most B2B industries, relationship selling has proven statistically not to be the most effective way to sell. So if you're an extrovert and you're cracking jokes and talking about the weekend and politics and religion and hobbies and sports and having a gay old time, hoping that it will build trust, you're going about it the wrong way. There's other different ways to build trust and build credibility and build a good relationship than by being a friend. So those are the 4 traps. Those are the 4 things that you and I as extroverts, we got to be careful of. We got to be cautious. Number 1, again, is skipping steps in our sales process. Don't assume that need is already met and that we can skip over the top of it and it'll be just fine. That's not the case. Number 2 is under no circumstances over-educate your customers. Number 3, don't over-socialize. And number 4, what is it? Number 4 was what? I'm missing him. Stick to the core competencies. Stick to what you and your company do best. Stay in the middle of the road and stick to what you do best. So those are the 4 traps that us extroverts get ourselves wrapped into, that get us into the weeds in conversations, distract us, and cause us to sometimes not close sales very consistently. So anyway, I hope that helps you. I hope you guys are doing well this Monday morning. I hope your selling efforts are Olympic this week and you guys crush it and do some great things. So as always, if I can help you or serve you in helping build some skills and help you refine your processes, please reach out to me in my new company, Arcane Marketing. As you guys know, a couple of months back, my consulting and training company was acquired by Arcane Marketing. And as such, I've taken up an executive role within that organization. Love what I'm doing. Everything is going fantastic, and I'd love nothing more than to be able to serve you and your organization at a higher level. So I view you guys as trailblazers, whether you're an entrepreneur, a leader, a marketer, a sales professional, customer service representative in business. You guys are blazing new trails for your companies, for your customers, and I want to be there right along with you, helping you along, helping you be happy, helping you be successful, and reaching your full potential. So anyway, keep up the good work. Great to be with you. Look forward to being back with you once again tomorrow on Traveling with Terry. Take care. Hey, thanks for watching. Did you know every company out there has what we call digital marketing blind spots? These are simple, hidden opportunities for growing and improving your marketing that most of the time people miss. Go to www.arcanemarketing.com and take advantage of our Rise and Ignite digital marketing analysis. It's 100% free to get fresh new insights and ideas to make what you're already doing that much better in 2021.